Yeah, he said I can't because like he has like patches kind of if you look closely, and I could tell you right now from experience, it took him probably a year to even do that. Like, there's no way he would be able to grow something like you can or SirJahzeal. I certainly can't, and I won't even try because it looks so disgusting. So I'm just gonna dress like this and shave, and that's my excuse.
It's the Trinity MMO show. He is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Welcome to episode 79 of the Trinity MMO show. This week, we have daily questions and game masters. Name that game with Solomon. The main story quest, environments. What is your favorite environment in all the MMO land? Your Escort Quest, it'll be the 7th song of Maestro SirJahzeal's top 10 MMO songs. And we'll also have our world events. We are always glad you joined us for some good old MMO news and MMO opinions. The Trinity in the show's name, if you haven't figured it out by now, refers to a group of 3 closely related persons or things of 3s. In our case, there is a 3 of 3s. The first Trinity is the Holy Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. The second Trinity of MMOs is Tank, Healer, and DPS. The third Trinity is 1, 2, 3, count them, 3 of us. And guess what? That's now 3 of 3s, and you got Trinities coming out all over the place.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite. As always, we have our MMO RPG experts to guide you and me. Our sensei of MMO games, we have SirJahzeal.
Hello.
Our resident senpai and YouTuber at Coffee and RPG, Solomon SK.
Still don't know what that even means. But cheers, everyone.
You're the one who told me to call you that. And then
no, I started making fun of you because you mispronounced it. You said senpai or something.
I'm gonna get rid of it then. Change notes. Get rid of this resident YouTuber.
You don't have to.
Boom. It's gone. Okay.
It's a bad thing that you did.
And then there's me, Kennethan. Each week we like to quest with you with MMO news and MMO opinions. And now comes the first song. It's time for some quest. You all can see it on my stream. The Solomon stream, you don't see it. So hey, haha, suck it.
What did you say?
I did that one time on Hearing Me Out show, and Mateo recorded that one, so he like has that set up. You know, you don't like how you've been being your teacher teaching you things, right? Just suck it. All right.
I'm gonna make that as my alert now.
Lost
Somebody
Ark.
clip that. Somebody clip that, please.
Lost Ark continues to crack down on bots and cheaters. I was in there earlier, and yep, the chat still blows up with these bots. Oh my gosh. But they're making an effort. They're making an effort. So continue playing the game and enjoying it. And if you are like, oh my gosh, the game is like, I don't want to play anymore, you got to get to 50. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a grind, okay? But 50 is where it's at. Find a friend, go level up along the way, but do 50. Level 50, okay? Final Fantasy 14, the next live letter is April 1st, where they might find out more about the next patch 6.1. In the meantime, there have been some teasers, okay? A few tidbits on the upcoming main scenario questline, kicking off a whole new story. There's also a little information about the upcoming Insinger Extreme fight and the Imperium Housing District, which apparently will have its houses distributed by lottery rather than via first come, first served systems. World War II Online now is with an Indiegogo to help pay its cost for porting it into the Unreal Engine. And apparently also adding some highly requested features from the players. The goal is to get 40K, and they're at almost 9K right now with 57 days left to go. A VR MMO called Elysia launched its second alpha on March 25th to April 9th for those who backed the game. There is a certain aspect of VR that might be interesting in immersing yourself in the world. Right now, I'm not interested in playing it. ESO says that apparently their stability mess up was due to hardware failure, notably a bad network port that could not process the increased bandwidth. So it wasn't because of account-wide achievements. Fallout 76, that's right, the game that still exists, I guess, apparently. Yep, up and running. Invites players to test out a trio of all new events. To quote Bethesda, this time, there are 3 all-new public events that you can sink your teeth into. Team up with the Gladiators of Steel to square off against deadly Rust Eagle robots during the Test Your Metal event. Join in the Moonshine Jamboree to whip up a fresh batch of Meyer Magic Moonshine by harvesting venom from a horde of vicious gulpers, and fight back against an onslaught of frenzied super mutants during Eviction Notice to secure a new location that will help Foundation expand its turf.
You sounded way too happy when you said that.
Well, I'm still... I keep thinking about joining back into the game, but I don't know.
No, I feel you. I'm just making fun of you, Dad.
Blizzard, if you happen to listen to the Massively OP podcast, there are rumors of an expansion coming out at some point, okay? Maybe Lich King? I don't know. But there is another Blizzard. No, Overwatch 2, surprise, actually has something good. Beta signups are live right now, with the first testing on April 26th. And yes, I did sign up. I did play Overwatch 1. And then Ship of Heroes, one of those games that's supposed to be a successor to City of Heroes, is talking about plasma cannons. I started writing this up and I stopped thinking, this is not really news. I don't care. The game isn't coming out yet, so why just tease me? It's like City of Titans. All this dev stuff, like, oh yeah. But where's the date, okay? I kickstarted the game years ago. That's my daily quest. Time now for JahzeaL for his daily quest.
No.
No.
Wait, what? Wait,
I was
no, as
too
in
busy.
there's nothing there, or no that, no. I mean, no, or
All
you
right.
sound like it's like Solomon now.
So, hi everyone. My name's SirJahzeal, and I'm prepared for the show today, and I marked
On strike.
no notes.
Yep. He's on
And
strike. He's got
I
low
do
pay.
later have a song to share with you. However,
That's later.
that's later. So
That's fine.
I'm going to hand it to Solomon.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. It is time now for Name That Game with Solomon SK. I'm going to scroll back to the sound effect I made up. One you all
Sorry,
picked, right?
give
Number 3.
me-
I thought you were going to
Where's
put
it at?
music to it, though.
Well,
But
I need to put my true, but I need to get that back together again. So hey, guys, this is the other one I did.
Boo, 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 boo. It's that time, boo, 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 when we name that game, boo, 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 with Solomon SK, boo, 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 name that game, boo, 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 boo.
That's me bebopping, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna every week. Solomon's gonna go into his closet of games that he has bought over the years, and he's gonna have us try to guess it. He's gonna unbox it. It's kind of fun little thing, right? Where he unboxes it. It's been years. So, did you see my little note there, Solomon, inside the Discord?
No. Sorry, I'm kind of preoccupied. I'm trying to get this thing.
Preoccupied. These are my co-hosts,
I'm sorry, dude.
No,
All right, so my suggestion.
Really dumb thing.
Yeah.
Discord has this thing where you can't reverse your image,
Right.
and so I'm using 2 Discord layers and flipping it so I appear the correct way, and I'm trying to get it perfect so it looks like I'm aligned with everybody else. But there's like this little tiny difference where it's just really bothering me. Anyways, okay, it's close. No.
Yoshi got it. Do. Yeah, I was doing. Boo, 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 boo. All right, so what I want to do, Solomon, is I think that basically you should set us up. You should give us like 3 items that sets the game before we even attempt. I mean, we're always going to ask about consoles or maybe a genre, let's say. This thing is give us 3 things about this game that will start us off, and then from there we'll start guessing or ask questions.
Okay, so first thing about this game, I ended up Hating the franchise. That's the first clue.
Hating the franchise.
Yep.
Hmm. All right.
Let me pull it up here.
That's a big. I see pizza. Don't eat pizza in front of us. That's not very nice. Unless you're going to
Okay.
share, you know.
So this is a game that I originally liked, but as a whole, I hated it. Ended up hating it rather. First clue. And I think a lot of you who are watching are going to understand where I'm coming from.
Well, I was going
Second
to
of
mention
all,
my first reaction would be Fallout, but I know you like Fallout 4, so I don't think it's
no, I
Fallout.
love Fallout. No, I
Right.
still love
You know, I mean,
Fallout.
Fallout 76, I could see how it might ruin one's franchise. But okay, go ahead.
Second, this is in third person.
Oh. Third
Shoot,
person.
maybe no, actually, maybe I should do a different one.
I don't know what happened. I'm trying to fix
What,
it.
different one? Now he's going to go back in the closet and pull that one out?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me.
Okay, well, this is why we have post editing. Remind me to post edit all this crap out of here, okay? Including SirJahzeal eating pizza.
And I don't know why my color is
All
all
right,
messed up.
let's start this again, okay? Let's I'm gonna get back to I'm gonna use the second one I did, okay, for the song. Let me do this, then we'll like, okay, hang on. Should have kept it up. I scrolled down to get back to common. There we go. Here we go.
Boom, 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 boom. The time has come to name that game with Solomon SK. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. What do you got there for us, Solomon?
Okay, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. Okay, this game is first and foremost a racing game.
Racing game. Okay.
Racing game. Second, this is probably by far the oldest game that we have on this segment so far.
All right.
I'll even give you a clue.
That's pre.
It came out before. No. Actually, even before that, it came out before 2000.
Before 2000, last century.
And third, what could I say about the third? Actually, I'll give you more clues as we go on. Those are the two clues I'll give.
Right, so it's before 2000 and it's a racing game. Okay, is it a Star Wars IP?
Damn it, yes.
Well, I was thinking pod racing.
Oh. That was too easy. Let's go on. Okay, well, I'll first show you the box.
Is it pod racing?
Easy, wasn't it? Yeah, for the N64.
Ha! N64. See?
Yeah. So the funny thing about this one is that this is a box set that I didn't get on launch.
Oh.
I went to Crunchyroll Expo, and there was a booth there that sold like retro stuff.
Okay.
And he had a box copy of Pod Racer. I'm like, oh, I grew up on that game. I probably sunk like 1,000 hours into that game, and I had to buy it. It was only for $10 too.
Yeah.
But this isn't like a collector's edition or anything. It's just a standard box. It has your manual here, and it has the game itself, which I will show you.
I'm trying to think if I have that game. You know, funny thing is that I have these cartridges in a box somewhere, and I kept some of the boxes in a different place. I probably should pair these up again.
Yeah, it's just a black box. Do you guys remember the expansion pack? I remember buying that for like $60.
Did that, yeah.
Anyways, we're doing another one. That was too easy.
Or I'm that good. Jeez. But I might have that one because I'm a Star Wars guy. I mean, N64 was a great system. We have tons of cartridges up there. I remember GoldenEye being actually in a yellow or golden case. Stop it. No. What are you doing? Hand in front of the camera.
Fixing the camera. My auto white balancing thing is on software is.
Oh, we're just having lots of things happening tonight, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if I have that game. See, I guess I have that game. I think I have that game. I played it. I think I'll never finish it, but it was kind of hard. But it was fun. Bet you I have that.
I will drive to your house, give you a piece of pizza, and then slap you.
You know, he can do what he wants to, Shine. So
In love, of course.
I'm going to cut it all
Love.
out, though. I'm going to put a little, I'm going to put a face thing over his on the part of the stream.
You just want the pizza.
I dare you. Well, what's funny is we had a pork meatloaf spaghetti thing tonight. It was one of the Hello Fresh kits. You know, I haven't
Guys,
had pizza for a week.
I haven't ate since noon.
Pull out a
7:33.
pull out your Swiss knife. Eat a pizza. Okay, we're back again.
No,
So
I
we
got
doing
a
this all
real-
over
oh.
again.
I got a
so
legit
Yeah,
pizza
yeah, yeah.
cutter,
So
brother.
This is the real one
So-
now. Okay. 'Cause
No,
one-
this actually might be another easy one. I'm doing easy one since I already did one.
Okay.
So 2 for today.
All right, go ahead.
This
I will-
one is an MMORPG.
No RPG.
Let me type this out. Let me get the info on this.
Welcome back.
What
did I just do? Oops.
This is an MMORPG. It came before 2010. Dang it, this is another easy one. And I'll
Rift.
leave it at that. No.
Rift.
Mm-mm.
Before 2010. How about Warhammer Online?
No.
Right. So, no, it's an MMO, Sean. You can't do that. Diablo is not an MMO. MMO
It's
before
not
2010.
even if it was, it's not Diablo or any of the
Well, here we go. Rift, Warhammer, Dark Age of Camelot, World of Warcraft.
It's not Ion.
Aeon,
somebody from
Lineage
my
2, Lineage 2,
Lineage 2.
Shadowbane,
I don't even know what that is.
City of Heroes.
City of Heroes. See, like I said, it was easy.
Yay!
But here's the thing. So I have the City of Heroes and City of Villains edition.
Oh,
here,
nice.
like
Yeah,
both
cool.
in one box. So I'll open this one first. I have more, right? So it comes with a sleeve, and man, I miss these box cases.
I do
Right.
too. Yeah.
They
And
call them,
again, inside.
aren't they called
Actually, you know
dust
what? Hang on.
jackets or something like that?
Am I just too old school where I don't want to get anything electronic? Like, I have to have something in my hands. You know, NFT things are just like, ick. You know?
Yeah.
Or books on Kindle or, you know.
Okay. So I don't even know what this City of Heroes Good versus Evil Edition serial code access card. Oh, it has
Oh.
the serial code. in it.
Access
I'll just show
card,
you
yeah.
the front. Right. And so it has the
As if you can log in
installation-
now. Okay, yeah, ready to go. You know.
I Fair
Let's see the
forgot.
code. Let's see the code.
I
Good
forgot
luck.
about that.
Good luck,
isn't there
everybody.
a rogue server for this game?
Yeah, Homecoming. But
There is.
it's City
Oh,
of Heroes. I don't think it has City of Villains on it right now.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So again, it only has one installation disc.
Okay.
Usually, like the other ones that I did would have like 5 or 6 even.
Well, there'll be
Right.
some downloading going on too.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, it was kind of given you had internet access. This is an MMO after all.
Literally,
so-
dude, I keep thinking every time you pull a map out, you need to frame all these maps and have a room for maps.
Dude,
You know.
my room would be just so full of stuff. But anyway,
Well, get rid of the comic books. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right here.
No, I know the feeling because like it's like I run out of wall space, and every time I get something new, I'm like, where am I gonna put it? I mean, I have a whole house to fill up, but you all can't see it, you know. But
Do you guys want a 14-day free trial?
14-day
Here.
free trial. All right, I'll pay
14-day
sub.
free trial
Yes. All right, thank
for a
you.
game that doesn't exist. I know. Play smart tips. I don't know what this is about.
Gotta play smart.
I guess
don't know.
keyboard controls.
Oh yeah, I mean
Right.
those things. Yeah.
10 years of NCSoft gaming. Look at that.
MC topped. Yeah. You guys
Yeah,
killed City of Heroes for no reason, but you didn't want to do it anymore. It was making money.
Anyways,
And you just killed it.
they hate you.
Why should I trust you with Lineage
True.
3, now called something else, okay?
I know, right? I'm cautiously optimistic about that game, admittedly. But anyways, that's
Well, every
the,
game is like that.
standard edition. But I have another one here. I think you'll get a kick out of this one, Ken, Dad. So I
I-
got like this
I'm doing good.
Collector's
Oh,
edition.
Ooh, yeah.
City of Villains.
Ooh, cool. Is there like something inside that, like a action figure? or
Oh yeah,
something?
there's lots of stuff. That's actually a pretty cool little.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of cool when they did that City of Villains thing on
Yeah.
top of City
I
of
love how
Heroes.
glossy it is. Anyways, so I'll go ahead and open up this one. So this is technically a threefer.
A threefer.
So again, that's what's looks in the inside. Right there. I'm using a second camera. That's
I
why
know.
I'm moving it.
Oh,
in
for anybody
case
else
you
doing that,
guys
yeah, he's
didn't know.
doing two things here.
This is kind of dumb, but I still love it. It comes with an action figure, but it's so small.
Oh my goodness,
Look
it
how
is small.
it is.
Like,
It's called Hero Clicks.
Hero Clicks. Those are
Right
things that
there.
were you put on kind of like a thing that you can sense it, and it'll the character in the game. Or was that
I have no idea.
I remember those things, those clicks things that either maybe it was different. Maybe it was more of a
Oh
I
yeah.
forget.
So this thing has like numbers. It's really hard to see. Like on the bottom of the base
Yeah,
for like a board
Clicks.
game, right? Yeah.
Hero Clicks was a yeah, I love that. That's like the Marvel ones, and
They had that for the Mech Warrior series too, the BattleTech board
Yeah.
games.
I think you also
I thought
could
was
use it as
pretty
a not like a board game type thing, but
So again, I'm just gonna pull everything out of this box. It's just paperwork,
Right.
as you can see. All right.
So
So
seeing
again, here's the back of the box.
JahzealL passing out would be content,
Okay, I'll do
You
that next time.
ruin the content, JahzealL, by not fainting while not having
Oh.
food,
I mean, I did faint. What was that? 3-4 weeks ago.
Yes.
So it comes with
did
a
happen.
collectible card game.
Ooh, oh yeah. Oh, that's
You got
cool.
this, I don't know, Captain America like thing person.
I didn't know they had. Oh,
I think I have
never
a
seen the
card.
cards.
I think I have a card or two from City of Heroes.
This one's pretty cool. This is like a foldable CD case.
Yeah.
It has the graphics, and then you just fold it back like this. And it keeps folding, folding.
I almost feel like I
Go
should
to
do
eBay.
like
Right?
I want to see if anyone's got the full set.
all right, let's guess this game, okay? It's on a floppy disk.
Oh wow! Oh, you're old, Dad.
And it's Sierra Online.
Wow.
This is
But yeah,
King's
this,
Quest 2. Anyways, yeah.
This has three CDs inside. I really don't want to pull them out. I mean, you're
Don't.
no. It says 4.
You're
It
good.
says 4. So each sleeve there's an actual installation disc.
That's yes, they did. I mean, that's why you
That's
pay
actually
extra
really
money.
cool.
That's the one thing
Yeah,
about games.
right?
Games are still the same price that they were like today, $10 for a game as it was like 20 years ago.
Pretty amazing.
And I think the reason why now this is just me now thinking out loud. The reason why the game prices have not gone up is because you get the game with less stuff in it now, which means no box. So the savings the money you would pay for a box and whatnot, a company would have done would charge you for it because they're not charging. It's all online or electronic. It's just $60 still.
10% off for a Top Cow comic, I guess. Because there was a City of Heroes, City of Villains comic book series.
I wonder if you can still trade. You can't trade it in, probably.
I don't know.
Probably
I'm pretty
has
sure
an
this
expiration date on
expired
it.
years ago. Yeah. Oh, more 14-day free trial pass. See,
Oh,
here's
there
the
you go.
code.
Oh my gosh, see?
I'll even
There's
put
the
it on the
code.
internet. Oh,
Yes,
here's the code. Get your 14-day free trial. Game manual City. This is just City of Villains, not City of Heroes, right? So again, you have the the manual here.
You make me want to go
manual.
to my closet and pull out my games like this,
You should. We should do a Ken version of Guess That Game.
Oh yeah. And well, I said so this game you can tell how old it is.
14-day free trial of Lineage 2.
Lineage
Again,
2.
don't care about that. I know Lineage is going to be like the next big thing now.
If I just do this and show this symbol on the disc, what would you guess that game is?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Again,
it's made by
play and
Lucasfilm.
see more. I think that's. Oh wait, one more. I got a poster. Dad, your favorite poster.
Posters, yeah. I mean, sometimes the posters are cool to hang up. That's why.
Yeah, this one it has like the full
Artwork
scene of all the villains.
is great, you know. Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Kinda hard to see.
So Star Wars Episode 1, Pod Racer on N64, and the other one is City of Heroes, City of Villains. We
Yep.
got it. You know, I got the
That's
Star Wars one pretty fast. I was still just being quiet there.
did. That makes me I guess assume that the Pod Racer game was a lot more popular than I thought it was.
Well, you do recognize what's behind me here, right? As soon as you
I
mentioned
don't.
racing, I thought of something else. But then when
I
you
don't see it.
mentioned what? When you mentioned
I don't see it.
see what? The poster's behind me?
Yeah, is that a pod racing poster?
No, it's Star Wars. It's like as soon as you mentioned when you mentioned
Yeah, but I said
racing,
racing game. There's so
well,
many
I was thinking
racing games on
thinking
the
I was thinking Forza or other ones, right? But then when you said pre 2000, I'm like pod racing. Anyways, welcome everybody on the stream. By the way, we are not actually talking to you guys directly during the show itself, because we're recording this. But thank you for coming along. It's like a special eight liceps. Special a liceps. Anyways, welcome. And also earlier, thank you so much for coming by. Chill Will. Yeah, we're just doing our show, Trinity MMO show. And that was that. So we're done with that. Now we're going to go into our main story quest.
It is time once again for the main story quest, where the Trinity Bros give you their MMO opinion.
All right, so our topic today is kind of based on around the fact that I was listening to Massively OP podcast, and Justin and Bree had a question from their viewers, and it kind of triggers the same thing here. As MMO players, we've seen a lot of different lands, a lot of different landscapes, a lot of different environments, a lot of different places to go. So what is your favorite? I just talk about both. Your favorite and your least favorite environment in an MMO. Now, it wasn't me directly, but they were mentioning Zegamarsh in World of Warcraft. They liked it. Zegamarsh is pretty, everything else, and the rain falling. I mean, Lagran is always a nice, Nugran, sorry, is always a nice place to be in World of Warcraft. For me, I've always treasured the snowy places. Even though I was playing Albion, you know, I was playing in Arcade of Camelot, I love Midgard for all the areas that were snow covered. When you go play Elder Scrolls Online, the places that have snow, I really love them. It's always beautiful, always pristine to be there. When I play Final Fantasy 14, and I got to that one area of all the snow, I forget it's the northern part of the land. I forget right now where that's where the dragons are at. You know, but it was beautiful. I just love it. So me, I've always loved the environments that are snow covered, snow. You know, I'm a big fan of snow, even though I don't have snow record here in Western Washington as not much. I like that. And also, I love the beauty of games. Having my youngest daughter and son-in-law in the game industry as artists, I've treasured and got to know more about the actual games. You know, look behind. You can see on the stream here behind SirJahzeal, you see the artwork that comes from Lost Ark, and that is the one thing about going in these games and just totally enjoying the beauty of what these guys have done, the artists in doing these games. And so for me, it's like if it's all more snow type cover, I love it. I love it. I'd love to do it. You know, I don't remember exactly all the things in SWTOR. Even so, Justin and Bree mentioned Alderaan, or the different environments they have in SWTOR on Alderaan. Again, so, and I mean, all the games have had beautiful things. Now, earlier I was watching this thing. Solomon has shown there's this new game on Steam, John Christian 2. Okay, it looks really poor. I might just probably single dev doing it right, so I'll give the person
Probably.
And I, being a guy who's played games for many, many years, I grew up during the 8-bit era. You know, I love the artwork we have today. Now, artwork does make a game. That's the reason why I also like comic books. Comic books could be the story true, but the artwork what draws you in. That's the first thing that catches me is artwork. It could be a great story. If the artwork is bad, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have it. So that's me. I'm just thinking more of the snow climbs. Yeah. That's what I want to do. So, JahZeal, you've been playing a lot of MMOs since the early days of EverQuest and whatnot today, and you've seen a lot more MMOs than I have. What is your favorite environment and climate you remember in any game, and what's your least favorite? Well, least favorite, by the way, is the places like Scythian, where it's all these dusty. Yeah, don't like dusty. Sand gets everywhere.
Mm. I I guess I go back to World of Warcraft, and know people are going to scoff at that because it's so stylized and not photorealistic kind of stuff.
I find that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I here's the problem I'm having right now. Is I'm
Apparently, you're
going
having a
through my
problem because
mind.
you're not saying anything.
I'm go. Well, I am saying something if you're listening.
Do you need more
I
time
have.
to think? I could go.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Oh,
think.
only if you need more time to think. But you could go. I'm
All right,
just trying to
I'm
give
making
time.
I'm making a second call. Okay. That's what I thought about
Go
things.
ahead.
Okay,
I
Solomon,
was.
what do you think? What is your favorite place to go to, and
Okay.
what's your least favorite place to go to?
I can't talk anymore. I'm making the executive decision to not talk. No, I'm just kidding. Well, okay. So this is a video idea that I had in mind, and they'll make sense. So bear with me. The video idea that I had, the YouTube title is going to be called like "How to Make Your Games More Immersive,"
Mhm.
and you might think, oh, you just download better graphics patches, high res patches or mods and stuff like that, which is true. But I found, and this is the number one reason, so it's kind of a preview of what I'm going to say in this video. I found I have more memorable experiences with the game by smell, matter of fact.
Wait, we
And so,
smell.
yeah. And so I found this out by accident. So my parents, they get a lot of gifts from like church members, and they get, for whatever reason, every December they get a lot of scented candles, and they don't really use scented candles. They're just like whatever. So they'll end up sitting in a garage for years not used. And so one day I decided to like take some of those scented candles and use the one that actually smells like you're in the forest, right? Like those winter, you know, Scottish winter forest scented candles. And so like I have one right here, right? And so this is like more sweet smelling, but if this was like smelled like more of a forest smell, it would actually remind me of games that I played where it actually has lush forest, like in Terra Online, for example. That's the first one I think of. Or Guild Wars 2 if I'm in like a forested area of the game. And so yeah, there's beautiful scenes out there. There's lots of great graphics in terms of the games that you play that really allows you to be immersed. And I would argue Cyberpunk is like that, very detailed. Although with Cyberpunk, it probably smells like urine and feces, and so I'd highly doubt you get scented candles that actually smell like urine. Feces. I mean, that's immersive. Don't get me wrong, but it sounds totally gross and probably even take away from your experiences. And so for me, whenever I get a new game, I would actually look through the scented candles that's left over that we haven't used, and I'll try to find that actually smells, or I'll try to find one where it actually might smell like the world that I'm trying to visit in. And typically those are going to be like, the nature ones, like the sea breeze scented candles, the ocean, the forest scented candles, more so than like lavender, where I would, for whatever reason, be reminded of the bathroom, because all bathrooms smell like lavender because it smells good. So that's why my answer to your question is double full, because yes, the graphics, absolutely, but the smell associated with those graphics just enhances the immersion that much better.
Well, that's interesting because we don't get that. Obviously, when you play a game, you're sitting at your desk, you don't smell anything. You do get memories
Right.
are triggered by sense. That's true. I like always talking about the fact
Exactly.
that whenever I smell cigarette smoke, it triggers a memory because growing up,
Exactly.
my day, not that my parents smoked. Well, actually, my dad smoked at one point, but I was in a lot of different places that had cigarette smoke, and it's a triggering memory. But when you play a game, you're not seeing that. You just actually it's all visual. It's all auditory. I mean, we're
Exactly.
having JahzealL point out the top 10 MMO Song because it's auditory with regards to the graph that we hear and in your visual. But that's interesting to actually take an idea of a game and then actually having a candle scent to trigger memory. Because you're right.
Yep.
Cyberpunk would have probably a musky urine, whatever type of smell because you're in that that environment. And that's I don't want to smell that, but oh my gosh, if like flying around the ground in World of Warcraft would have a smell of like fresh breeze when or Zangarmarsh with a smell of rain. I mean, I always love the smell of rain, after a good dump because it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a pour and you can smell the freshness of things.
Right.
That is really cool.
Right. And for whatever reason with the New World, I've trained my brain to associate that game with smell of coffee sometimes. Because, you have to go inside the hotels and, what do you call it? Go to the
Yeah,
hotels and mark your territory. I don't know,
right, right.
And so when you go into those hotels, while I was doing that, I was drinking a cup of coffee and I was like, oh, this is actually this would be a place if I were in the New World and if it was real, I would drink a cup of coffee in that
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah, that's cool.
So-
Okay, that's cool. All right, Jaziel, what about you? As I'm trying to think about it, what is your favorite environment and location in all of MMO land?
Actually, I just stopped thinking about it. No, it's I don't know. I know Nagrand always comes at the top of everyone's list.
What's yours though?
And
What
World of Warcraft.
I mean,
Um, I'm really having I'm having trouble pinning it down. I know that for me, what always sticks out most when someone says any of the MMOs you've ever played, like favorite zones, for some reason, even though it's highly stylized and there are technically way more realistic looking like New World and stuff like that I could bring up. I always go back to World of Warcraft, and the Grand is definitely up there. I tend to like more like forests, and I do like snow as well. I think snow is pretty cool, um, especially when it's done right. But my normally, I gravitate towards mountains and forests and that kind of stuff. And of course, pretty much every expansion in World of Warcraft has a zone that is like that. But as far as like the latest one that really impressed me, even though it has came out after I stopped playing, but I've been keeping up with all the videos and all the content creators that do videos on World of Warcraft is Zereth Mortis. Um, it is they did a really good job on that zone. They continued to impress me. Other parts of the game I'm not too keen on, but as far as the guys and gals that are working on the actual zones, they just keep getting better and better and better. And while I can go back to even the vanilla, or well, I guess we call it classic now, classic World of Warcraft, and pick out some zones there that are just, I think, still hold up today. Like as far as the latest one that I think does kind of take the cake a little more is like I said, Zareth Mortis. Now I'm not playing the game. I've only seen video clips of it and stuff, and I watched a flyover of the zone on after it came out on YouTube, and I was just like, wow, that looks really. I like the design of it and the variety and whatnot in it, and it is kind of weird though because I do think back to like Howling Fjord. I don't know if you remember that one.
yeah.
Um, and that I will say is a little sensory thing as well. Of course, I can't smell it, but but it was also the music. Yeah, although I didn't pick that song, as you guys know, I already picked one from World of Warcraft. It wasn't that one, but it was on the list of my top 5 favorite songs. But from World of Warcraft specifically, anyway. But the music and the quests that were in that area, even the PvP ones were kind of cool. And again, it just hit every note for me. It had forest, it had mountains, it had uh, uh, a river and everything in there. So it just really was great, along with the music and just the way that they built that atmosphere. And of course, that's back with again, some people may feel differently, but this is back when I felt like you could feel the love that was put into the game. You know, the last several years, we've all three of us here have been harping on how it feels like it's more machine than person at this point. That the game, you just don't, I don't know, it feels like you're just kind of grinding through it. Back then, that was still during that period of time when you could see and you could experience the love that the developers put into the game, that they were gamers making games for other gamers. Um and it was especially with the zone design, the way that it was um you know built, so that you didn't have a whole lot of think about like Legion, how there were a couple of zones where, man, if you didn't have flying in them or so, you had to like walk all the way around mountains and stuff and like navigate through these different passages and things. It was just kind of a pain. But the way that that zone and the zones were created back then, it wasn't like that, man. It was like they knew that, you know, get point A to point B and have a really beautiful experience doing that. The sight of it, the sounds that you were hearing, the creatures that were walking around, the skybox and the music was just great. So maybe I am changing my answer here, and going to Howling Fjord would be my favorite, I think. But Zerath Mortis, man, if you all haven't checked that out, it's a cool zone. I haven't played through it because I still kind of refuse to go back to the game till things happen, and we'll see what Microsoft does with it.
Yeah. The Justin and Bree were talking about the fact that, you know, like Bree takes a lot of screenshots, and that's the thing about, again, I think if you were playing a game like this, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or actually, I don't really smell the roses, but check out the environment. I mean, I was playing Lost Ark, and I was like, wow, the detail. I mean, I mind you, of course, they probably, you know, sometimes it's automatic. They have enough assets to create, and they kind of put it out places. But they also have people go through and make sure it's got enough, right? They work on this in detail, and the artwork is just great. That's where, if you can tell when the artwork is not good, then it can be a problem. Now, mind you, the game is good mechanic wise and story wise. The art could be sacrificial, not totally. Like I guess John Lasseter used to say when he was at Pixar, was the fact that people will forgive them for the mistakes they make in their animation. The story is good, and that's true. You know, and that's
true,
the same with
yeah.
the game. You know, they'll forgive you for the mistakes you make if the story is good, mechanics are good. So that's cool. So anybody who's watching on YouTube or wherever, Rumbles, wherever you happen to be seeing this, right, then let us know what you think about what is your favorite environment, you know, in a game, where it's at. Next up, our Escort Quest.
Walk with us as we escort you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime.
All right, this is now number 7 on the top 10 list from Maestro SirJahzeal of songs. Now, mind you, there's one thing with this list, is not in order, okay? It's not in order. So we're gonna, but at the end we're gonna do it. So here, I'm gonna pause it. There you go. Is it going? Wait, oh, I froze it. Never mind. I don't know if it was gonna get this song, so you could probably just talk it, you know.
Well, in that case, yeah. So this is an older song, and it of course is all synthesizer. There's no big gaudy orchestra. You know, this isn't a huge production. This is actually one guy on a synthesizer, and it takes you back to EverQuest and the zone
The
that this
original
comes
one.
from. The original one,
The
yes.
EQ1, not EQ2. Okay.
Although this zone does also exist in EQ2, but
Okay.
anyway, the song is the theme song to the area called Kelethin, which was the city of the Fae. And again, here we go with what I was just talking about. That's totally unintentional, but you know, it's a forest area surrounded by mountains, and of course, you know, the elven folk or half elvens live there, and I don't know. There was just something about being in that village, and what else? Excuse me. And being in that village and hearing that music that just brings back a lot of memories. Now, the thing is, guys, I normally would play dwarfs, so I can't really explain why it is that this particular song does something, other than that a lot of my friends did play, and that is kind of an area where you spend some time with different things, but you know, questing and grinding, because back then a lot of your leveling in the game was spent just sitting in one spot, and the orcs or giants or spiders or skeletons or whatever, they would spawn. You as a group would kill them, and then you'd go sit back down, and you'd let your health and your everything and your mana build back up, and hopefully by the time that the next group spawned, then you'd be ready to attack them. And you would do that for hours, guys. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
all you people saying that, oh, WoW is grindy and
That's right.
New World was grindy and stuff, you don't even know. I would
Yep.
spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, literally sitting in one spot with the same group of guys and gals. Yeah, girls, I admit, girls do play games. Some of them.
Some of.
Little inside joke there from last night, but yeah, it's a very simple piece. Like I said, it's not a huge orchestra or anything, but I think it's, for what it is and for the time period that it came from, it's a beautiful song, melody, I guess you could say. And I just my original list was all like newer stuff, and I felt like, man, we gotta have something from the original, from the grandfather of MMOs. We gotta have a song, and if we're gonna have a song, Kelethin, the Kelethin theme is the first one that comes to my mind when I think about that back in 1999, guys. Some of you weren't even born yet. And again, the zone was really cool. Now, by today's standards, it's kind of blocky and not that great. But yeah, that's the song for this week, because we owe it to our granddaddy, to our MMO granddaddy, to recognize them in some way. And I thought, hey, why not dig deep and grab one of those songs?
By the Peanuts.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
No, that's a good point. I mean, when you showed that video, the link, I could see the old style graphics. Oh my word! You know, I'm like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
the graphics, right? And it's, I think maybe I'm also thinking, like, for you, it's like this one of your first, definitely one of your first MMOs. No, it wasn't. I know you did something else before that, but the idea was that it's from the beginning. It's like a time travel loop. It's like when I first played Darkness of Camelot. I'm about to play the opening song, and this song, whenever I heard it again, like maybe a year or so ago, and oh my gosh, the triggering emotion. So here we go. I heard this song so many times, logging in, waiting, because it's always wasn't instantaneous, right? After you connect through your dial-up, you know, and you hear this and it just slowly loads up the game. And because you also had to wait, because if you got DC'd or something happened, right, just getting on, like, it took some time, and you hear this over and over again. And this is the reason why when I talk about in Lurker, when it regards to Final Fantasy 14, I don't like the character screen, these scales, okay? It's not as epic. You know, I mean, there are a lot of good songs in Final Fantasy 14, don't get me wrong, okay? But this song, and like other songs, like, it's epic. It's just there, you know? And again, it triggers memories, good and bad. It was the first MMO I ever played. It was also the MMO that opened up the gates toward sinning, okay? I mean, it's like literally meeting people online and not doing Christian things, okay? Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to play that. So,
so the Kelethin theme, there's just not a whole lot of information, but I believe it was Jay Barbo that conducted it.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's number 7. Next week will be number 8. We're getting close to the top 10, and once we hit the number 10, we'll recount all of them, and we will actually see the order in which SirJahzeal actually puts all these songs. So you guys can tell us if these are songs that you guys like. Is there a song so far you have not heard that you think should be a top song? Or even if you haven't watched any of the episodes, tell us a song you think is one of the best songs in MMORPG land, and we'd love to hear about it and maybe play it for you. So there you go. World events. Not much really in the plans right now. We don't know. ESO High Isle comes out June 6th. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. Did before comes out June 21st. You know, one of the problems we're having right now, as you can tell, is because, like SirJahzeal mentioned in the stream earlier, is that we tend to get some of us tend to get you know, shiny new objects or squirrel, and we're all of a sudden we're playing the game and we're gone. Okay, so I want to make sure to do it right. There will be a world event at TwitchCon in October of this year. You know, the way it's working out, that 3 of us will be there, most likely. We'll see. I'm not going to 100% it, but that's what we're talking about. So love to meet anybody who's going to be at TwitchCon and enjoy seeing the community, but also just other people who want to be down there. So then, of course, Starfield, you know, is coming out on November 11th. So that's what we're going to be doing. So check us out. If you, again, right now, we are playing Lost Ark. So if you want to join us, you're welcome to join us in Lost Ark. It's free to play. So there's no entry fee getting into the game. Just try it out. If you are playing it, just get to 50. I know there's a bit of a grind, but once you get to 50, you'll be rewarded. And we have a guild. And if you want to join us, you can join us. So be there. I know there are other folks playing other games right now. I know that people are playing Fortnite because there's no building mode. And there's also Elden Ring that just came out the same month as that's the thing. February turned into quite the month of different games dropping and making people do that. So, yeah, there you go. Gentlemen, any last things you got to say? Want to say? All right.
Nope.
Our quests are done. The dungeons are cleared. The loot has been distributed. And all the crafting orders have been completed and mailed back to their customer. It's now time to go AFK. Solomon, where can we find you at?
Coffee and RPGs on YouTube, although I am making a second YouTube channel, technically my third, but it's going to be called something like Coffee and RPGs Podcast, where I will host the episodes that we do here on Twitch. Long story short, there's a highly reputable YouTube, tutorial channel called Channel Makers. Matter of fact, that's actually the program that I bought is from Channel Makers. They call it Project 24. And they did a pretty awesome video as to why most people's viewership goes down. And TLDR, they start podcasting.
You start podcasting.
So if they have an already established channel where they do like videos that's not a podcast, and then they end up doing podcast, that actually hurts their channel in overall viewership, it turns out.
Makes sense, okay.
Because the initial people that subscribe to your channel didn't subscribe for a podcast. They
Right.
subscribed because of your original content. And so the suggestion that Nate, the creator of Project 24 and channel maker, suggested that just make a second channel.
Okay.
And he backed it up with some pretty substantial analytics too. And yeah, it was kind of eye opening for me. And so yeah, I'll start posting our stuff here on a second channel. And again, maybe I'll even post
So,
some like short clips. of it.
why on YouTube as a podcast? Why not go to like say Anchor FM, the podcast there?
I mean, you could do that for sure, but I'm just talking about the YouTube part of because
Oh.
my thing right now is to grow YouTube, not
Yeah, I get that.
other not Spotify,
Well,
not anything like that.
I know that,
and-
but I thought you'd say how. So people go to YouTube videos, not for podcasts. They go to Spotify or
Yeah,
Anchor
but-
or others for podcasts. So I can see people saying, "Hey, I love your podcast. Now, do you have anything more? Yeah, go to my YouTube channel."
Whoa, wait, say that again.
Well, if someone's listening to podcasts on somewhere on any app they have, right, where it's Spotify or iTunes, whatever it is, right, you listen to podcasts, they go, "Oh, I love these guys. I want to hear. I want to do more." And you go, "Well, I'll have a YouTube channel too." Then they go to YouTube, right? But you're talking about actually putting a podcast on YouTube, and
Right,
then
because
also along with the
some people only put their podcast on YouTube.
really, I didn't.
Spotify is actually an afterthought.
because I don't listen to any podcasts on YouTube. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's like my coworkers when they think of podcasts, they think of YouTube. They don't even think of Spotify.
Really, I don't. I
And,
don't.
and I notice it's typically general. Again, this is anecdotal. This is actually typically more associated with the younger demographic.
Non-millennials, younger than millennials.
Millennials and Gen Z, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, you listen to the podcast? It's like, yeah, and they have their YouTube app opened. I'm
That's
like, oh,
weird.
interesting. Okay, yeah.
I need to ask my millennial children. Yeah. Well, wait. Well, I can ask you, Solomon. Do you listen to podcasts on YouTube?
Yeah, only YouTube. I don't even. I listen to podcasts. I don't even listen to Spotify or anything else.
Well, I know that my son Chris loves listening to Dan Carlin, Hardcore History. That's a podcast. It's not on YouTube, I don't think. All right. Anyways, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I thought about doing the same thing, do a podcast, put on Anchor or something like that. But if it's going to be better on YouTube, let's do that then. All right, JahzealL, where can we find you at?
Trying to figure out why my dog is acting like there's someone at the door when there's not. Twitch on the weekends. That's SirJahzeal, one word. And that's it for right now.
All right, and you can find me here on Kennethan on the Twitch or Kennethan Live on Twitter, or you also can find me at kennethan.locals.com. So, or I have a thing on my Twitter, it goes to Beacon, so it has the different things there. So there you are. If you want to, you can find me there. We love the fact that you guys are all here. Love the interaction. Love how you're hanging out with us and seeing these things. If you're watching it on YouTube or on a podcast, wherever it is, thank you so much for doing this. Give us your feedback. We always want to learn and grow. We're open to hearing things. Just don't troll us. See, we want to hear constructive criticism. Just don't be like, you guys suck. That is not helpful, okay? If you want to say, you guys suck because I don't like your voices, that's helpful. If you say, if you say you suck, that's it, then that's not helpful, okay? All right, it's time.
Said that though?
What?
Somebody actually said that though?
No, I'm just saying that. I've seen some people post on templates like, you just suck. And like, that's not helpful. Like, why do we suck? I mean, it's like, yeah. All right, time for us to go fishing. And yeah, of course, if you're playing BDL, you can just do it automatically. Yeah. All right. That's it for the night. We'll see you next week for another episode of Trinity MMO Show.
Hang on.
What?
Hang on. Remember Austin? LCG?
Yeah.
He said, my favorite thing about the stream is that the beers get progressively less from left to right.
So if you're watching my channel, Austin, you would see that they basically it's the left corner is no wait. That's on my Discord.
If you look on our Discord, it is left. Oh,
no, it's be on the bottom, JahzealL up, and then you next to me, okay?
Yeah.
You have it across?
Yeah, I have it across from you to SirJahzeal to me.
That's cool. Yeah, what's up with that? No, I'm just kidding. I don't
I
want
can't grow a
I
beard. It's my
know, dude.
Korean
That's
genes.
why I stopped. You know,
Actually, I posted that Tim Pool actually said the same thing.
well, you can't grow a
Because
beard.
Tim Pool's half Korean. Yeah, he said I can't because like he has like patches kind of if you look closely. And I could tell you right now from experience, it took him probably a year to even do that. Like there's no way he would be able to grow something like you can or SirJahzeal. I certainly can't. And I won't even try because it looks so disgusting. So, you know, I'm just gonna dress like this and shave, and that's my excuse.
No, I mean, my son being half Korean, yeah, he does. It's his body too, you know. He does grow it. It doesn't
Yeah.
quite connect a little bit, you know. And it's like, I kept saying, just keep doing it, keep shaving, you know, come in. Like, yeah, whatever, okay. But you know,
Actually, that is a myth.
I know that, but it seemed to work for me. But then you could argue that you just got older, kid. So maybe that's what it was, you know. Got older and just got more hair, you know. Like you get hair, you lose
Maybe.
hair up here, okay, and you get hair other
It
places.
goes down there. Oh, is that how it works?
It goes down, I guess. It goes into your ears, your nose, and you know other places. You know, King
Actually,
Amos says that we suck. By the way, you know, you guys suck.
you know what? You know what's funny? So when I first started watching you, Ken, you were completely bald and no beard.
Oh yeah, that was
And
my
now,
cut.
yeah, like that's my first memory of you, and now I can't even imagine you otherwise. Like you like that? Like I don't even remember what you look like that anymore.
So you caught me after I did the whole shaving off, of losing that
Right
that
after.
bet with
Yeah.
Alan. You know, so it's
Yeah,
on my 5-minute
immediately
video at
after.
the very end. Like you know, oh my gosh, yeah.
So then when you
Don't-
started growing out your beard and your hair, that was weird at first, but now I got acclimated to your current look.
Acclimated, yeah.
Word of
All
the
right.
day, folks, acclimated.
Acclimated for the day. If you don't know the definition, go look it up. I'm going to cut this out, you know. But thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week on another episode of the Trinity MMO Show.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Thank you for coming to my test stream.
Test stream.
Yeah, that's what I called it, a test stream.
Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.